Hey everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. This is a chatty get ready with me. I am wearing a full face of brand new makeup I just purchased for the holidays and some makeup that just came out. So I actually am featuring the Natasha Denona new mini Biba palette and also her new cheek duo, the Rose Cheek Duo. Pick that one up. And then I just got a lot of new makeup. I have this Beige Chanel foundation, got that one. I got this contour, this cream contour from KVD, sorry, not Kat Von D. I have a new lipstick that I'm wearing right now, which is the Rouge Coco Bloom. So anyway, just kind of testing out some of the new makeup that I got for the holidays and doing this full face of makeup right here while I chat with you guys. One thing that I want to get to before I go into the video is just do a swatch really quick of this, because I didn't do a swatch of this in the video and I think it's worth it. So this is the new mini Biba palette from Natasha Denona, and she is carrying this I think on her website and on Sephora. So this, you know, is a little spin off of the Big Biba palette. The Big Biba palette is much more like orangey brown, I would say, and this one leans a little bit more rosier than the other palette. One thing I think that's pretty interesting, that she hasn't ever had one of these cream to powder formulas in a mini palette before, and she has it in here. So this is $25, available at those different sites. And here is the beautiful color story here. So I have it on my eyes right now. I'm gonna demo this look, but this one's a cream to powder, and then the other ones are just her typical powder formula. It's really beautiful and blendable. I think that this is the perfect combination because it's like one shade for my lids and then two crease colors, which I love. Kind of gives me the option to go a little bit more brown, a little bit more peach, and then kind of darken the outer V. And I feel like this is just awesome. So spoiler alert, those are my feelings on this. Really nice, great palette. And I feel like it blends well. And I love that she put that cream to powder because it's a very buildable type of formula. And it really coincides with the larger Biba palette. She has a bunch of cream to powder formulas in that, and I think that they're just, you know, I like how this one then transitions to the other one, but this doesn't have any duplicate shades, and it's slightly different, but very neutral. So loving it, and loving a lot of this different makeup that I have on my face right now. So I'm gonna let you guys jump right into the demo. So I'll see you naked face in 3, 2, 1. All right, so my face is definitely pretty naked right now, no makeup on. I do have that Becca Light Shifter. It's like this glowy foundation type of stuff. I think it was like one of their last products before they just completely went off the market. But I will leave that product linked below, but this is just one of the colors, one of the lighter shades that they had in that line. So I put it down as a base, and I also put the Milk Hydro Grip Primer on top of it because I want to try to see if this will help my makeup last longer. And we're going to jump into these new products, and I'll just tell you about why I'm wearing what I'm wearing and how it's going. So let's, for foundation, I'm going to use this Chanel Le Beige foundation. So got this for Christmas, and I have the shade BD31. So I picked this up at Ulta, which was an interesting experience in itself. I'm very happy that it wasn't a busy day, or like everybody kind of was distracted when I was in there. So I got to kind of play with the Chanel products on my own. And there was a lady that was in there with her mom, and they were picking out presents for her mom. So that was really cool. She knew much more about Chanel makeup than I did, and I didn't have like the pressure of a salesperson, but I had like just somebody who was really helpful and wasn't telling me like, oh, everything looks good, which I just really appreciate. You know, you want somebody who just like helps you with the process. So before I went to pick all this makeup out, I went online, or YouTube, my source of information for all things, and just went to a bunch of like best of Chanel videos and watched what other people like. and got a list together, took some screenshots and went in there and just went to town. I mean, Chanel adds up really quickly. So I was like, oh, I don't know how much I would really get, but I got a pretty good bit. So I'm excited about it. I don't dabble like in luxury makeup, like buying it outright without a discount, which is most luxury makeup. I do buy some stuff from the that CCO cosmetics company store. I get some stuff from there. I'll have to show you guys. Actually, I just picked up 2 new Tom Ford palettes from one of those stores, and it's like Body Heat and Suspicion. Those are like the best palettes for like 30 bucks. It's like 60% off. And then my husband's in the military, so I also get a military discount. Anyway, that was really cool. And I know that last year around this time, they had like this amazing sale. It was like buy 6 products from 6 different brands for like $10 a piece. So you get 6 products for 60 bucks, and Tom Ford is like included in that. So anyway, I'm like stalking the website. I'm following them on Instagram. I called their store today. Like, when's the sale? Please tell me. There's like 3 within an hour from my house. There's like one that's half hour, one that's an hour, one that's an hour. And so who knows how frisky I might feel and how much time I can get away from these kids. I might go to all of them. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when they do it. We'll see how I feel. Like the store that's furthest away always has like the best stuff. It's the one where I get like the best. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. But this is the Chanel foundation I went with. I think the color match is a good match for me. It's a little bit warm or a little bit darker, but that way I can wear it in the summer as well. And I always lighten it up with concealer anyway. So this I think is like perfect. I'm so glad because I almost got the shade down from this, but it was out of stock and I was debating. I'm just really happy with this purchase. Now, this says it's a really long wearing foundation. I don't know about that because I do feel like if I like swipe my nose, it goes away, you know, like it's not like locking in for some reason. So we'll see. I mean, I only worn it like 3 times, so maybe my opinion will change or something, but that's where I am. It does look a little bit dark right now, but it's not really compared to like my chest and stuff. So guys, anyway, all my kids are home. That's why I haven't been filming a lot lately or posting, just because the kids are home and it like distracts me and they're loud and anyone who has little kids probably feels the same way. It's like, oh man, they just stress me out. I love them to death. I know they stress my husband out. I feel like even more than me. He's like such a hands-on dad and he's in there and doing all the stuff and they just stress him out. Like it gets to him. It gets to me, but not as much as it gets to him. Anyway, but it would be nice to just relax one of these days, but they don't really let you do that very much. So now that I have that on, I'm gonna do my eyes first. And so obviously I've been picking up a lot of new makeup. Ugh, that's like, that's even worse than the stress of little kids noise right there. It's just, I've been buying so much and I'm like, why? What is my problem? I don't know. I don't think it's like an addiction, but it's just like I want it and I can, so I do. Anyway, here is the Natasha Denona palette. I'll swatch this in a second for you, but I've been going in with this more brown shade. Like that one's more peach, and I think the peach will like take over your whole eye look if you don't go in with something else. So I put on primer and then I set my eyes with some setting powder, and then I go in with this brown shade. I've been wearing this, I don't know, the last like 4 days, and oops. And I really like it. It's just so cute and convenient, and I am like a total fan. I know this has gotten like mixed reviews. I think it's just because people have so much. They're like so overwhelmed that they're like, oh, maybe I don't like it as much as I thought I would. I don't know. It's nice. It does compare a lot with that new the other new Natasha palette, that face palette, it compares a lot to me. So, I mean, I don't think I would need both, but this is a little bit more peachy and I like that, and that's it. That's just, I like it. So, oh my gosh, my face is so glowy, but that'll, I'll turn down the glow when I start getting the powders on, but I'm gonna let that set in. Do you guys let your foundation set into your face? I would like to do that more often, but I feel like I'm always in such a rush. It's like, how am I supposed to let things set in? I just have to get my makeup done. And it's always like, let your skincare set in for 20 minutes. Let this set in, let everything set in. And it's like, who has this much time? Like, I know it already takes me long enough, let alone thinking about letting things set in. So I just have been trying to put on like my foundation and then move to my eyes, and who knows what I'm doing over here. So end of the year, there's still sales coming out, and it's like, oh my gosh, I don't know. Do I need it? No, I don't. So they're still sending me messages about deals. Oh, and one thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was like Sephora Rouge. So like this Sephora, I didn't pick this up from Sephora. I got it from Natasha Denona because my dumb butt was thinking, oh, it wasn't on the Sephora website. I don't know why I didn't see it when it first released, but it was on Natasha Denona, so I just picked it up there, and then it took so long to ship, and then by the time I got it, there were 15,000 videos up, and I'm like, whatever, I'm just gonna let it go. No rush to do a review. I'm sure you guys have seen all the reviews. So anyway, so I didn't pick it up from Sephora, but I probably should have, because now Sephora is like, you're not Rouge for 2022 unless you spend like an extra $60 this year. And that is so annoying to me, because I'm like, do I need to? Do I need to? And then I just signed up for like the Sephora text, and if you do that, you can save 10%. And you know, I always get like some kind of cashback deal through Rakuten or whatever. So I'm like so tempted to buy a bunch of stuff from Sephora that I don't need, like that Rare Beauty, the new Rare Beauty Stick Bronzer. Like I need that, like I need a hole in the head. Do you know how many cream bronzers I have? I have like 3,000 cream bronzers. I do not need that. But I'm like so tempted to buy it because I'm like, oh, do I need to make rouge so I can save money next year? But then I'm trying to think about it. So if I spend $60 now, how much money, like, okay, and then so $60 equates to, I guess, spending $300 at those VIB sales. $300, because I'd be saving $20 each time, but I'd still be saving like $10 or $15 because I'd just be a lower tier. I wouldn't be a rouge. So, I mean, is it worth spending my money just to spend it to get things that I'm not extremely excited about or really want in order to save money later? But how much am I really saving? And I don't know. I'm just trying to figure that out. I got a couple days left. I'm wondering if anything really cool is gonna drop on Sephora that I have to have. Doubt it, highly doubt it. I never picked up that Natasha face palette, that new one. I'm kind of tempted to get that. I know that's limited edition. I've just never been like a really huge fan of Natasha Denona's like bronzers. I never bought her bronzer. And then everyone I saw that used that face palette, like it just seems like it's a contour palette. It's not a bronzer. And I use bronzer more than contour. So I'm trying to see, like, is it gonna be a good match for my face? I just see so many people wear that palette and their cheeks look like mud. They look like mud. And I'm like, do you not realize? Like, it's not looking good, people. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure sometimes I catch myself in the mirror and I'm like, holy blush. But I rarely look at myself and go, holy bronzer. I love makeup, guys. Don't get me wrong, but I'm like, I don't want to go crazy with the bronzer. Anyway, whatever, like first world problems to the nth degree over here with somebody who can't not decide what the heck they're doing with their money. So when I put that lid shade on, I just put it on really lightly. That's something I really love about this. I don't know, I haven't spent enough time like analyzing the other ones, but this lid shade I really love because you can put it on really softly, I feel like. And so that makes it more versatile for me. And look, I didn't even use that peach color because I feel like the peach color would drive my look like super duper. I'm just darkening it up with this cream to powder formula. I feel like that peach color would drive my look just super duper peachy. And I really like this soft kind of pinky burgundy color scheme right here. I really like it. One problem I do have often with most different eyeshadows is my eye shape. Like I need to get color right here, but I don't want to overwhelm my eyes with color right there. Anyway, maybe everybody has these problems. I'm definitely not a professional makeup artist. I feel like if I did makeup on other people, I would be better at it than doing it on myself. I don't know, just because you can get them to close their eyes, you can get it perfect looking, you can do different things than you can when you're working on yourself. It's like, I'm not that great at, you know, closing my eye and doing my makeup at the same time. But I love this out of, you know, just for these shadows, I think it's perfect. This is exactly the type of palette I'm looking for. So happy she put this one out. I know some people are like, this is boring. I'm like, hell yeah, sign me up for boring. So anyway, that's it. That's my eyes right now. I'm gonna clean it up with my concealer and we're gonna go from there. So now let's move on to concealer. I'm gonna use, I got a new concealer. I got this Tint Idole Ultra Wear Concealer, which I do love, but I've been using it for the last couple days and I wanna go back. I'm doing my like best of the year makeup, I think sometime very soon. And I wanted to go back and use the Tarte Ultra Creamy. This is like so far my favorite. So I just want to make sure it is my favorite, revisit it. I've been trying so many different concealers and from everything I remember, this is the one so much. I bought it in like all the wrong colors. Why do they make it so difficult to find the right colors of this stuff? It's so frustrating. Tarte and their color ranges are like pissing me off. Anyway, am I complaining? Always complaining. So that complaining comment just reminded me the other day, somebody wrote on one of my videos that like my video was shit and that I was just complaining the whole time and I'm a terrible person. That's literally what they wrote. And I'm like, wow, it's an old video. So I deleted the comment, no need to go back there. I actually blocked them from my page, but like part of me was just interested in what they had to say because I'm like, is there something, this constructive criticism, even though they're not being constructive at all? But all in all, it's like, I don't need that in my life. And this person definitely was looking for a fight and I'm not going to give that to them, but just kind of funny. And then I thought for a moment, like, maybe I've arrived because I have like a troll. I've never had a troll. I mean, I've had people disagree with my opinions. I think that's totally normal. You know, when you have a YouTube channel that's like reviewing makeup, it's your opinion, right? That you're putting out there. And I understand people have different opinions and I'm not, you know, maybe I don't put on makeup the way that they would, or I don't do things the way that they would. And that's totally cool. Everybody's different, but you don't have to like criticize somebody. If you like take your time to be rude to somebody else, I just think that's an interesting life, or a really non-interesting life that you must be living, that you need to do that to somebody. So anyway, but I guess I've arrived, maybe. That's how I'm taking it. I've arrived. I have haters on my channel. But I did block them just because I don't need it, but it was entertaining. I was more entertained than like aggravated in any way. I'm like, this person's just dumb. Sorry. Hope they're not back under a different username. Anyway, oh wow. I don't know. I guess when I don't know, I'm older, I feel confident in myself. I'm not like worried about what other people think about me. I am on the internet just doing my thing and whatever, really. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Nobody is. Nobody is gonna be that to everybody, so whatever. So, okay, back to makeup madness. Like all those sales. What about all those sales? Did you guys get anything else? Like when Sephora did their second sale, I picked up some stuff, and then Ulta did their sale. That's when I went and got all the Chanel stuff, even though that's not on sale. But my husband gifted me a couple $100 to do whatever I wanted with for my Christmas, and I needed to get some presents under the tree for myself. So to Ulta I went with my 20% off coupon and did it up for a bunch of stuff I don't need at all. But it was fun. So I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. I would love to hear about your Christmas stories. What happened? How did it go? Anybody who's alone for Christmas, you know, I totally feel you. Even though sometimes, you know what, I was taking down all my Christmas stuff today, and I'm like, sometimes this year, last year, as I'm getting older, it's not living up to your mental expectations. Like, I don't know, am I like depressed because of that? I don't think so. I think I just get stressed. Things just get stressed in your world, and then you're like, I don't know. I have 4 kids and it's stressful. It's a stressful time right now in my life. So anyway, I don't want to bring anybody down. So I feel ya. If somebody didn't have the Christmas that they thought they were going to have, you know, I feel ya. Just hang in there. It's going to get better. It always does for me. I don't know. It ebbs and flows all the time. That's life. Okay. So I put on some pressed powder. That was the Laura Mercier pressed powder. It's taken down some of the glow on here, which is fantastic. I needed it to take down. It was beaming. All right, I'm coming off with, I always get like foundation on my lips, so I wanted to take that off a little bit. And now let's go in with some bronzer. So now I'm gonna take my hair clip down because I hate the way my hair looks when it's up like that. Pet peeve. And we're gonna go in with some bronzer. Okay, so I picked up, this is new to me, Kat Von D Cream Contour. I got mine in light medium. And let's go with this. The way I'm gonna put it on, excuse my runny nose, it's just kids and colds, all that stuff. So what I'm gonna do is I just put some on the back of my hand, and I'm gonna use it from here. And I'm gonna use it with one of these e.l.f. brushes. I love these e.l.f. brushes. This is definitely best of year. Oh, now they have this, oh my gosh, what did I do? They have this Putty bronzer brush now that they came out with for $4. I'm like, sign me up for that. Okay, look what I did. Total rookie mistake. I put down my powder and then I put down my contour on top of it. I'm an idiot. So yeah, that's a problem. What can I do? What I can do, I feel like, is maybe use a sponge instead of a brush. So that way I'm like patting it on instead of blending it on. And that's how I'm gonna try to recover from this. Not smart, rookie mistake, but whatever. It's makeup, it's fun. I'm definitely not being judged by anybody after this look and I go sit on my couch and play with my kids for a couple hours. They're not gonna care. So anyway, this is an interesting product. I know that people were comparing this to like Charlotte's contour wand or whatever, and so I wanted to get it. I don't have the Charlotte one. I do have the Beauty Pie one, which is kind of similar to the Charlotte one. It's like a pretty good dupe, I've heard. Anyway, I know I've bought so much. I had this little list of things running to talk to you guys about, and my next topic was a low buy. Do I want to do this? I need to at least do like a project panning series or something where I use the things that I have. I'm so tempted just to buy things, and I know I don't need to. I just need to enjoy the things that I have. So I'm probably gonna do a project pan. I need to do that and just kind of work through some of the things in my collection. I would like to. And I do get joy from the things that I have. It's just something about getting new things. I don't know. I think it's like built into us as humans or something. There's always like the thrill of the chase, getting the new thing. There could be worse habits out there. That's what I try to tell everybody. I'm like, I could be, you know, addicted to things much worse than buying some makeup when I can afford it. So that's good. I'm not gonna say I'm going to do a low buy. I'm just gonna say that I'm going to be more cautious about what I buy because I don't need a bunch of junk. And yeah, that's just kind of how I'm gonna handle it. What else? Oh, I was gonna say though that I do have like an Ulta credit card. That's what, I mean, I pay off my credit card monthly, but I do use an Ulta credit card. So it seems like you guys might be like, oh, she's buying things, but really I just get it with my Ulta points every month. I get like a bunch of free, you know, like I get money towards purchases on Ulta. So that's my main credit card I use so that I can get as many points as possible. So it might seem like I'm still spending, but I'm really not because that's like free money. And that's what I was thinking about, like spending money more on like Chanel or higher end type of stuff. Now that I can get that at Ulta, I'm like, and you know, Hourglass and like just, you know, nicer higher end brands. I feel like I might want to go a little bit more in that direction and play with luxury makeup and just see what I think about it. Maybe like spend a year buying more luxury makeup and then reflect back and think like, was that a good choice? Did that seem to make a difference in the way that I feel about makeup at all? Or was it just overpriced makeup not worth the hype? That's what I'm wondering. So we'll see how that goes, but just so you know, if I'm spending money at Ulta, that's not, I guess it could be, you know, still my money if I just didn't have the Ulta card and got it in a different way with a cashback program or something. But it's my way of saying, hey, this is money that I'm gonna spend on myself and just treating myself. That is, I just do it automatically. This year, I spent a lot more money on like indie brands and buying directly from websites. Like, oh, I did a big order with Lunar Beauty. I need to put those things on in a future video. But I did big order with them, and I did cosmetics. I've done, oh, I did a Victoria Beckham order. I need to show you guys that stuff. Anyway, I've just been doing like a lot of different orders like that and kind of buying off of websites instead of buying from like mass retailers. And that has kind of added up also. I mean, it's all gonna add up for sure. But doing that has been like hard for me to track that as well. Like I could look back and be like, I spent X amount of money at Sephora this year, but then it's hard for me to track all those individual purchases that I've made. So, okay, I bought that Sills Booster or whatever, that mascara booster from Lancome. So I've been using this the past couple days, so I'm gonna use that right now. I'm gonna fast forward through this mascara part. This is just not something that is fun to watch because I'm horrible at it. Okay, while that white mascara sets for a minute, I just like to give it a little quick second to dry. I'm gonna put on some blush, and for blush, let's go in with this Rose Cheek Duo. So I picked this up as well. And it's a cream blush in here, and it's a highlight. So let me swatch these for you. So here is that cream blush and highlight. Really, really pretty. A little bit more like peachy than the cream blush that was in the face kit. That one was a little bit more, I would say, rosy. It's not easy to apply with a brush. So what I'm gonna do is just stick my finger in there, and then I just start the process here, and then I can get a brush to blend it out. But just put some on your face, warm it up. I think that was a major complaint with this palette, was like, oh, I can't get my brush in there. I don't know. I play with my makeup with my hands I know some people don't like that. I don't mind it. It's like just part of the process for me. And then it just blends out really pretty, very pretty blush. I mean, this whole collection to me is just really easy to wear. So I'm a fan for sure. I like that. It's cute, it's peachy, beautiful. So I'll wait for the highlight. I'm gonna do the mascara and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. So mascara is done. In case you were wondering, yes, I just mentioned I use the Mascara Booster XL from Lancome, and then as my mascara, I use my favorite mascara, which is the Fetish Eyes mascara from Pat McGrath Labs. So there are the eyes. They're done. Okay, so cheeks, final touches. I have this cheek duo, so I'm gonna go back to this. We're gonna put on a little bit of the highlight and then we're gonna go back in with the blush because that's just the way that I do it. So I got a highlight brush here. I'm just gonna dab that in there, tap a little off. I don't like it to be super duper crazy extreme. This is a really pretty highlight. It looks kind of crazy when you first put it on, but I swear it like looks better as the day goes on. It just looks really good. So I really like this one. We will tap this on. Really pretty. I just think overall this is a really nice, cute little compact. I had one of these a long time ago, like when she first released these a couple years ago, and never liked it, never used it. Just wasn't the right colors for me, but this is it for me. So got that one on, and then I'm gonna go back in a little bit with the blush. And let me try to use the brush. I'll try to. I haven't actually used the brush myself. I just heard people talk about it, but I picked up a little bit on the brush. Not a big deal. You just kind of have to really go in there. But it's a stiffer formula, but it sticks around a lot longer. So I'm okay with that. All right, that looks really pretty. I'll use a little bit of the highlight on my finger and tap it into my inner corner here. This one's a little bit of a gold color. Maybe not the brightest inner corner highlight that I could have went with, but it's okay. All right, so now we have all this done. The only thing there's left to do is the lips. So I'm gonna go in with my trusty and true, one of my favorite lip liners by KKW. I hope she brings that brand back. Nude 1.5. Let's put this on. I have a little bit of a lip balm on right now, so it kind of went on a little bit light, but that's cool. And then I picked up this Rouge Coco Bloom in the color 116 Dream from Chanel for Christmas. It's such a pretty color. Oh, these are nice. Really great, nice, light, balmy formula, and very hydrating and very really pretty, nice little glossy shine. So that's it. That is my full face of new makeup, and thank you guys so much for sticking around and chatting with me, supporting my channel, all the things. I hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas, and I hope that you have such a happy new year, and I promise I'll see you guys soon, as long as I can escape these kids somehow. I don't know. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye.